no hat. So you know it's a different day. So right now, there's a sort of weird hashtag trending on Twitter. Hashtag Trade Gaudreau has become a popular hashtag amongst Calgary fans. And it doesn't make a ton of sense.
None.
Now, Gaudreau is having, I guess for Gaudreau standards, sort of a rough beginning of the season, even though, we've talked about this. We're not that far into it, so relax. But more importantly, this brings up the topic of when should you trade your star players? Because as Philadelphia fans, we have a pretty enthusiastic crowd within the fan base that wants to trade.
It's very good.
They want to trade
Optimistic.
Claude Giroux.
Cloud.
Giroux. And this is the same guy who's been captain of the team since like 14. He's had a 100.2 season in that span, and he's been one of the more consistent flyers of just doing well. Usually when he does bad, the whole team's doing really bad. But nonetheless, everyone blames him for everything, and they want to trade him now while he still has value. This is similar to a 26 Johnny Gaudreau, who everyone wants to trade now so he doesn't turn into a Jerome McGinley where they trade him at the end of his career and get nothing for him. Still doesn't make a lot of sense. You know what, actually, I will say this. The way I see it, outside of anything, let's say this season he really has a bad season the entire season. If you trade him after one bad season, outside of the fact that you're trading a franchise player who's signed for a really team-friendly contract till like 2022, what kind of message does that send to the rest of your players of, hey, you can be a star, you have one bad season, and we're going to get rid of you?
Indeed.
Can you imagine if you went to work and you just had like one bad month and then they got rid of you? What would that say to everyone else that works?
They trade you to another company. Listen, they wear the C typically or a letter. You need someone to blame. It's never one guy. Could be a coach's thing, could be a goaltending thing, could be a team thing. One guy does not win you the Stanley Cup. When a player plays bad, it's not. First off, their value's not up when they're bad; it's down. Number two is that, like I said, it's easy to point a finger. Nobody points fingers at defensemen. You ever notice that? Like except for PK Subban on every team he's ever been on for some reason. Now the Devils are bad. The Flames are. Give them some time. Like again, we're just off a season where the worst team in the league in January won the Stanley Cup. What is going on here? Calm. Let it play out. You'll know when you need to trade some guys, okay? Johnny Gaudreau is a great hockey player.
How I brought up the whole thing.
Give him some time, man. Or you're going to eat your words. Yeah, you'll trade him, you'll get something back, and you'll be upset.
This has been Quick Shift.
Comment below.
I'm Travis. This is Lee.
Lee.
And we'll see you tomorrow. The hockey's fun, isn't it?
Oh, buy our Miracle glasses. If you haven't already, go check them out. BladeShades.com. We're giving $20 per pair to the Miracle on Ice hockey team. The 1980 Miracle hockey team.
It's also true.
Go check it out. You guys really were awesome with that last week. I want you to check them out. See them.
Should see them.